We got a tough one this week. We're taking on a Wisconsin team that is marginally better than us, and I don't really feel too confident that we're going to win this game. Wisconsin did go 5-7 last season, so there's a little glimmer of hope that we can compete in this game, but they're still a Big Ten team, and we're playing in the rain, so this might be a rough one. We held them to a 3rd and 11 at least, as they're going to throw over the middle, and we're going to lock that down. They go 3 and out to open up the game. Wisconsin's one of those teams that's notorious for playing in low-scoring slugfests, so I don't expect a lot from our offense today. A little punt tennis to open up the game, as my boy Franchise Gaming would call it. DeMonte Smith gets the sack to end this drive. So now we're facing another 3rd and 4. Here's Vaziano getting hit as he throws, so another punt. Offense is optional in this game as there's another 3rd down, but this time Wisconsin converts. Just a breakdown by the defense there, and now 2nd and 3. They're going to run the football here for another 1st down. We got them on another 3rd down here, but they're going to complete it to the left side for another 1st. We just cannot get off the football field here as they're going to throw it right side to the running back, and he's going to walk in for the touchdown. Darian Dupree makes it 7-0. So now we're back on offense, a little read option action here for Vaziano, and he gets the 1st. My dogs are barking a little bit, but I'm still crazy as Hunt's going to run for this 1st down. So we're into Wisconsin territory facing a 3rd and 1, and Hunt once again off the read option getting the 1st. We're running the ball pretty successfully. We might as well keep doing it. Another 1st down, and now here's Vaziano throwing over the middle to Doherty, and he's going to reach out and get the 1st down. We are in the 2nd quarter now, as here's a handoff to Hunt. He's just going to walk in untouched for the tying touchdown. So now 3rd and 3, and Billy Edwards just overthrows his receiver there. He wasn't very good at Maryland in my opinion, and he's not much better in this game for Wisconsin, as we're going to get a big return here by Bruton. We got a chance to get some points on the board and take the lead, and then Vaziano just throws a pick. I don't even feel like that was a bad read. Hill just made a hell of a play. So now they have the ball doing a little end-around action, and somehow it works out for them as they're deep in our territory now. We were so close to taking the lead there too, and now all of a sudden Wisconsin has a chance to take the lead. Gotta play some defense here, get a defensive stand, and nice run by Dupree. He gets the 1st. So now 1st and goal, here's Billy Edwards, and honestly I feel like Parker Hughes probably could have picked that off. But alas, it's 3rd and goal, and here's Edwards scrambling around, throws to the end zone, and it's a touchdown for the Badgers. 3rd and 3 now, and we're just going to play it safe and run it with Middlebrook, and he picks up the 1st. The weather conditions are making it a little tough to throw the football, but throwing into double coverage probably doesn't help, right? So now 3rd and 7, under a minute to go in the half, and here's Edwards throwing left side, but Gaston makes a good tackle in the open field. So now we have the football back facing a 3rd and 10. We haven't really gotten Walker involved much, but here's Bruton making a big play over the middle, big 1st down. So now 14 seconds and counting to go, 3rd and 14. We're trying to get at least in the field goal range, but we're nearly picked off instead. We go unpunished for that terrible throw, and now we have a throw right side to Walker, and he just straight up drops it. I don't know that he would have scored there because there was a defender right behind him, but we could have just called a timeout and kicked the field goal there. Instead, we're down by 7 at the half. So now we get the football to start the 2nd half, and we're trying to convert on 3rd down. There's a completion to Patterson, and he's going to run into Wisconsin territory for the 1st down. We've actually been able to stay pretty competitive in this game so far as Vaziano tries Walker again, and this time he gets some redemption. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Well, thank God that he actually came up with that one. Otherwise, my controller probably would have ended up across the room. Wisconsin went 3 and out once again. Now here's Vaziano going right side to Walker. That's another 1st down. We have an opportunity to take the lead here, but then Vaziano is going to get sacked, coughs up the football, but somehow one of our linemen picks it up, and he's not going very far. We may have just squandered another opportunity to take the lead there, as here's a throw left side, and it's incomplete. We just ended up punting it because our kicker's not that good, and now here's Dupree. He's been a problem all game for us. Got to find a way to slow him down, but now 3rd and 6. Here's a throw right side. That's going to be picked off. Marcus Pettis gets the pick. I don't even know if this is a real person because I found him nowhere on Middle Tennessee State's actual roster. But a big play is a big play. So now we're moving the football down the field. We have another shot to take the lead here. That's a completion to Bruton for the 1st down. We're at very least in field goal range here, so we should get something on this drive. Vaziano has a lot of time to throw, but that's going to be picked off again. We're just missing out on so many opportunities to score here that it's getting really frustrating as Edwards picks up the first down on the read option. So now 1st and 10, Wisconsin starting to move the football, but looks like Edwards is trying to take out one of our defenders by spiking the ball at his head. Now it's 3rd and 10, under 2 minutes to go in the third, and here's the throw of the middle, and honestly, Hughes should have made that play, but little stick issue there. So now 3rd and 5, final play of the third quarter, and we are not letting Dupree get that first. Fourth quarter now, we got a chance to maybe do something here, but we go 3 and out. That's rough because now Wisconsin has it in our territory, and there's Dupree picking up the first. Gotta make a stop here. Gotta at least hold him to a field goal, but John House just got cooked, and Wisconsin gets another touchdown. Look, I went into this game not expecting to win anyways, so the fact that we're even only down by a touchdown in the fourth is pretty impressive to me. But I still want to win this football game, so we're definitely going to be abusing this read option and letting Vadiato get some yards. He's supposed to be a pocket quarterback, by the way, so the fact that he's running like this is pretty awesome. Here's a little dump off to Butler, who's wide open. He's going to get inside the 15. They were really selling out for the deep pass there. Now 3rd and 4, the dump off to Lacey over the middle. He's inside the 5. And now we're knocking on the door, handoff, and Ricky Hunt walks in untouched, and we are tied up at 21. So there were 3 options in the last video, and I totally forgot about the last option. Option D, I just foobar the kick, and that's what I did there. So now Wisconsin has a golden opportunity to get some points here, but Billy Miller coughs it up. They recover, but they're going to punt. So it's tied up at 21. We got a chance to get points once again, but then Vadiato gets sacked at the 1. So on 3rd and 19, we make the foolish decision to throw it deep. It gets picked off. It's a little arm punt, except for the fact that we don't end up tackling him until he gets to the 25. I definitely should have just reined the ball on 3rd down and punted it away, but can't turn back time. But we do get a stop on 3rd down. Unfortunately, we're not going to end up getting the block here, and Wisconsin gets 3 to make it 24-21. So does Nicholas Vadiato have a legacy drive in him? We'll have to see. Thrown, and Lacey can't make the grab. So it comes down to this, potentially, 4th and 10. Vadiato throws to Doherty, and he can't make the grab. We turn it over on downs. We still have a shot at this game if we can get a stop here. 3rd and 12, thrown over the middle, and we stop him just a yard short. They're going to settle for a field goal instead of going for it to make it a 6-point game. So now we have one last shot at getting some points here and potentially winning the game, but Vadiato gets sacked. Not what you want on a first down on a potential game-winning drive, and honestly, that should have been picked off. Bad decision to throw that screen anyways, and now 3rd and 19, Vadiato gets hit as he throws. And our last shot for the Blue Raiders, Vadiato has time, lets it fly, looking for Lacey, and it's going to be broken up. Wisconsin wins. We gave a hell of an effort in this game. I mean, the fact that a team like Wisconsin only beat us by 6 has me feeling pretty good, to be honest. It was a rough one for Nicholas Vadiato, though, as he goes 15 of 38 for 189, a touchdown and 3 picks. Ricky Hunt had a pretty good game, though, 68 yards and 2 touchdowns on 13 carries. Vadiato didn't play well, but the receivers really didn't help him too much. Brian Bruton was the leader with 3 catches and 56 yards. DeMonte Smith got the only sack for our team, as Wisconsin's O-line really had us in check all game. Billy Edwards really wasn't that great at Maryland, but he played pretty well today, 22 of 29, 148 and 3 touchdowns, also had a pick. Darian Dupree was annoying to defend, but he only had 3.2 yards per carry on 26 carries. Our O-line just gave up way too many sacks in this game. That's really the bottom line. And we can't throw 3 picks in a game and expect to win either. On the recruiting side, Amir Kavka, the right tackle who we were looking at, cut down to his final 3 schools, and we are not one of them. If you guys have any interest in seeing the top 25 on a weekly basis, let me know in the comment section below. I'm not going to make a habit of it unless you guys actually want to see it, just because it just adds way too much time to the videos. We got to put the Wisconsin game in the rearview mirror now, because we got to take on Nevada in the next one. They're a very nice 69 in overall offense and defense, so we're a little more evenly matched this time around. We can't throw 3 picks in this game though and expect to win either. The Wolfpack start off with the football here, and on 3rd and 4 they're going to complete it right side for the first. 3rd and 3, here's Brandon Vance. He's going to throw to his right side, and he finds the true freshman Herschel Turner, who could be a really good player for the Wolfpack. He'll pick up the first, but there's a hold on the play. So now it's 3rd and 13 for the Wolfpack as Vance throws left side. He's going to complete it. Jace Henry, the tight end, picks up the first. So now they're in our territory, but now Vance is going to be brought down for the sack. Anthony Bynum gets to him. Bynum's a redshirt sophomore, so he definitely has a chance to become one of our star players if he sticks around. 3rd and 8 after that completion, and they're going to hand it off to Turner. Nice spin move, but he only gains 2. They end up punting it. We got called for an intentional grounding on one of the previous passing plays as Vadiato misses his intended target there. 3rd and 3 now as Nevada has the football back. Vance throws right side, completed. That'll be a first down and a little bit more up to the 30. So now 3rd and 8. Vance calls his own number, and he only picks up 4. He needed 8. They're going to settle for a field goal, but here comes Pettis with a block, and it's going to be picked up by Muaz Byard, the younger brother of Kevin Byard, and he's going to take it all the way back for a Blue Raiders touchdown. You already know Big Brother's going to be proud of that. I didn't expect our first points of the game to come on a block, but here we are as there's a completion right side, and Seth frickin' Perkins is going to pick up a first down into our territory. So now we're into the second quarter here, and here's Turner on 3rd and 5, just barely missing out on the first down. And they're punting it? I'm very confused as to why they didn't just go for it, but it worked out for them as they're going to pin us down at the 1. We're just trying to get the punter a little bit of space as here is Hunt getting a few yards. They get really good field position off the punt. Now 2nd and 15. Vance is going to run. So much green grass in front of him, he slides down for the first. So now 2nd and 8, handoff to Turner, and he's blown up in the backfield by Ricky Smith. We got a chance to force another field goal. They just decide to run it. There's no chance that we block a second field goal, right? Wrong. Pettis gets another block, and this one's going to be picked up by John House, and he just dribbled that lineman. He's going to run it back for his own blocked field goal return for a touchdown. He just straight up dribbled that lineman, just throwing him to the ground, and he took it all the way to the residence. After a 3-and-out by Nevada, here we are with the football, little screen play. Here's Hunt with some space, and he's going to pick up the first down. Trying to bounce back in this game, and it's looking pretty good for us as Vadiato completes that on 3rd and 5. We're doing a pretty good job of moving the sticks in this game, and especially on this drive as Vadiato is going to run for the first down now. So far so good on this drive, but this time Vadiato just holds the ball way too long. He gets sacked. 3rd and 3 after we get some yards back. Quick throw right side. Patterson grabs it for the first. We have a chance to blow this game wide open with a touchdown here as Jaden Cradle gets the catch. Gets it all the way to the 1-yard line on the screen. We hit the 2-minute warning, 3rd and goal. Vadiato keeps it on the read option, and he's tackled down. We just have to settle for our sorry little 3 points to make it 17-0. It's been all special teams points for us so far, as here's a handoff to Turner on 1st and 20. He's going to get a big gain, and he steps out of bounds at the 49. That's really smart of him. So now 2nd and 7, under a minute to go, and we're going to get to Vance. DeMonte Smith with the sack. Now 3rd and 13. Vance throws underneath. That's going to be completed, but short of the marker. And no, we did not get a 3rd block in a row. They're going to make this one just barely to make it 17-3. 3rd and 4 now as Vadiato throws over the middle, finds Doherty for the first. We're running out of time. We do have enough time to at least get a field goal, but why not take a shot down the field? Walker's down there. He makes the grab. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. He dropped it before the half last week against Wisconsin. This time, he comes up with it. Final play of the half here as Vance steps up and he just decides he's going to run with it. I don't know what he's trying to do here, but he just slides and that'll end the half. Honestly, it doesn't even feel like we're up by 3 scores at the half because the offense has just been so inconsistent. The defense has been really good though. Into the 3rd quarter we go, 3rd and 3. Quick throw over the middle and Doherty makes the grab for the first. Now another 3rd down, Vadiato. What the heck was that? That was certainly a throw of all time. Now here's a screen, and Turner gets blown up, coughs up the football, and Harris picks it up. So a big play on defense finally. Turner just got absolutely crunched on that play as here's Cradle getting the first down. So now 3rd and 12, Vadiato. Looking right side, looking for Walker again, and he makes the grab, pushed out of bounds at the 2. I'm just upset we only have him for 1 season as Cradle walks in for the touchdown. We are just beating down Nevada here as they try another screen to Turner, and we just keep missing hit sticks here, and Turner's all the way down the right sideline before finally getting tackled at the 23. Now 3rd and 1, we completely over pursue the counter play, and they're going to walk in for the touchdown. We're still up by 3 scores, and we're really focusing on running the ball here as Cradle gets near midfield. Now 3rd and 14, Vadiato trying to bust down again, throws right side, and this time Walker couldn't come down with it. Now, I'm not saying Nevada's going to come back and win this game or anything, because that'd be really embarrassing. But we got to lock in here in the fourth quarter, because this game ain't over. Job's not finished, and there's a wide open receiver. We got no pass rush, but we force a fumble, but he gets it back. We can't let Vance keep getting comfortable in the backfield like that, as he throws on the run and he completes it for the first. We got to find a way to slow this passing game down here, as Vance throws across his body to a wide open receiver. That'll be a touchdown for Nevada. So the game ain't over yet. They're only down 2 scores, but here's Hunt with a nice run, getting tackled just short of midfield. We got to keep pounding the rock here as Hunt gets a handoff, takes it up the middle, and picks up yet another first down. I'm trying to make sure Nevada has no time to come back in this game, but we're going to get stopped short here. Scared money don't make none, so we're going to go for it on 4th down. Vadiato keeps it on the read option, and we pick up the first. So now 2nd and 4, handoff to Middlebrook up the middle. He gets the first, but he gets injured on the play. Just over 4 minutes to go, so here's a handoff to our 4th string running back, and he's going to fall into the end zone for the touchdown. Our BBCs, our backs by committee, are doing a pretty good job of running the football as Vance coughs it up, and we're going to get the recovery here. Time to tap into our inner Finn Balor and hit him with the coup de grace as Hunt runs in for the touchdown. What a way to bounce back after the tough loss to Wisconsin, 45-17. We take care of the Wolfpack. A marginally better game for Nicholas Vadiato. He went 21-32, 210 yards and a touchdown, and no picks. 3 different running backs had touchdowns for us on the ground. Another big passing touchdown to Amorian Walker. He had 84 yards and a touchdown on 2 catches. DeMonte Smith with 3 sacks in a game. He absolutely was a terror in this one. Brendan Harris with 2 forced fumbles in this one. DeMonte Smith had 1. And of course, the 2 blocked field goal return touchdowns. One for Moaz Byard, the other one for John House IV. Coach Kegler does have some upgrade points we can use, so I'm going to finish off upgrading D-line. Next up, we take on Marshall at home. And this is a pretty important game, mainly because we're inviting 4 people from our recruiting list to this game. First of which, the athlete out of Greenville, South Carolina, Pierre Goss, will be visiting us this week. He's a dual threat archetype, meaning that while he is an athlete, quarterback is probably his main position. He really lacks in accuracy and actually isn't very good with his speed, but he is somebody we could probably develop. The second player is Marvin Hendy, the athlete out of Neptune Beach, Florida. He's a contested specialist archetype, meaning wide receiver is his main position. He doesn't exactly have breakaway speed, to say the very least, so he's probably more of a physical receiver than anything else. The third guy we're going to talk about is Tavares Mustard. I'm totally keeping this in the video, by the way. But Tavares Mustard out of Miami, Florida. He is a left edge. He's an edge setter archetype. And this is a guy that my boy Skins would refer to as having 0 abilities, no moves. But he does have 83 block shedding, so he actually might be okay there. The 3 guys I mentioned before are all guys we're most likely going to sign, but Rudy Stevens, who's visiting this week, is actually prioritizing Ball State and Marshall over us, and he's a D tackle, a gap specialist, but he's also a guy who has 0 abilities and no moves. These are just the types of players that you're going to have to settle for when you're using a team like Middle Tennessee State. We'll take a look at more of the recruits that we're going after in the next episode. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're new as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.